Democrats are online. I haven't seen this, but I heard it. They're trying to say, oh, certain bars around here won't serve you because if you're a Trump supporter. They're already starting trouble. Well,
that may actually be true. I mean, if you wear a MAGA hat, they may not serve you. I mean, that's not. Look, that would be earth-shatteringly fabulous if that happened. However, it's unlikely that New Jersey is going to be. The numbers, folks, are just. You'd need a hell of a lot of people moving out of there for that to happen. But the fact that Trump is going there. And that there is so much interest, and that the crowd is going to be so energetic, so many people want to get it. It's going to make news in and of itself in that way, because nothing's changed. I mean, there isn't a single Democrat that can create this kind of excitement doing anything. I mean, Elizabeth Warren offering to forgive every student loan in the country cannot create this kind of excitement. Cannot create this kind of happiness, cannot create this kind of desire to be seen. And there's not a single Democrat out there, and there's not another Republican who can either. But that is what you have to constantly weigh against the other pictures that you see. The Senate being turned into an equivalent of the equivalent of the Democrat National Committee here. Yeah, I watch this and I listen. You know, Adam Schiff actually said, and we will have a soundbite coming up. Schiff actually said that Trump did the trade deal with China so that China will help him cheat in the 2020 election. Now, I try to imagine myself a Republican in the Senate at any time any of this has been on. Like right now, Hakeem Jeffries is presenting whatever article of impeachment there. I think today is the abuse of Congress article of impeachment or the obstruction of Congress or whatever it is. And Hakeem Jeffries is a guy who, during House committee hearings, said Trump should be thrown out of office because he disrespected a 16-year-old climate change activist in Sweden. These people are using this trial to vent everything they hate about Trump. Everything he's said, everything he's done. They are so far above and beyond the confines of whatever their case is in the articles of impeachment. They have not made that case. By all rights, Mitch McConnell could dismiss this and shut this down and put it to a vote when they finish presenting their case today because they haven't made it. And because they haven't made it, there's no reason to call more witnesses. That's not how it works. When the prosecution has ended its case, they don't get to call more witnesses at that point after that's it. Oh, they're not allowed to have the jury call more witnesses and then start its own investigation, which is what they're asking for here. But it ought to matter that they haven't made the case, despite all the repetition. And by the way, the drive-bys are excusing the repetition on the low audience. Oh, yeah. Well, they're having to repeat their case over and over because they know that everybody can't watch all the time. So some people can see it in the afternoon, but other people can't tune in until nighttime. And so they have to repeat the case, making sure that every audience member at all times during the day hears the case. But as I was saying, if I'm a senator and I'm listening to this tripe, and I'm listening to all these abject lies, I don't know how it'd be so tough to sit there and just be quiet. And then did you hear what Senator Kennedy from Louisiana did? I don't mean to make it that dramatic. It wasn't that dramatic a thing. Senator Kennedy, Louisiana, who is solid guy. It was either after the first day that the Democrat managers presented their case, or the second. I think it was the first. Senator Kennedy said, I learned some things today that I didn't know. And the media glommed all over them. Oh, my God, the Democrats are succeeding. The Democrats are talking to a bunch of senators who've only watched Fox News, and now they admit they're learning things they didn't know. So Senator Kennedy said, there's some things I didn't know here. I'm learning some things I didn't know. And they immediately assume that Senator Kennedy is saying, wow, I've been lied to by Trump. I've been lied to by Fox News. I'm learning things I didn't know. What do you think Senator Kennedy's really doing with that comment? That comment, hey, I'm learning some things I didn't know. That's no different than Bill Gates and Warren Buffett claiming they're for tax increases on the rich. Senator Kennedy is simply keeping the hordes away from his gate by letting them know that he's open-minded. He's hearing things he didn't know before. He's giving them hope that maybe the House managers are succeeding in their lying stack of articles of impeachment evidence. It's actually kind of a smart move on Senator Kennedy's part. Brief break, back with more right after this. Okay, so there's Hakeem Jeffries of the New York congressional delegation, one of the House managers, up there saying that Trump cheated in the 2016 election and wants to cheat in the 2020 election. Can any of you tell me how Trump cheated in 2016? When Rosenstein said all the indictments are Russians, not a single vote was changed, the outcome of not a single election was changed. How did Trump cheat? Look, it's conventional wisdom. It's conventional wisdom that the Russians meddled in our election. Can any of you tell me how? Can any of you tell me what they did? And can any of you tell me how Trump cheated in 2016? Hi, folks. Welcome back. It always happens. I got the stack of stuff here, and I'm loaded, and I'm ready to go. And then the program starts, and a bunch of things happen that get me off where I had intended to go. So I just went back and looked at the stack. I have got to get some of this stuff in, so we're going to go rat-tat-tat. Hang on.
Live from the Southern Command in sunny South Florida, it's Open Line Friday.
Yes, sirree. 800-282-2882. If you want to be on the program, the email address lrushbo@eibnet.us. So now they're playing at this stupid impeachment with the House managers making their case. They're now playing videotape of Ambassador Taylor and all these other civil servants saying that Trump didn't follow our advice. He didn't follow our advice on the hold for military aid to Ukraine. He didn't follow the talking points. He was off on his... They want to impeach the guy for this, though these unelected, snooty, arrogant, out-of-touch civil servants who live in Kyiv and elsewhere, they run foreign policy? They get to determine what foreign policy is regardless who the elected president is. And if the elected president is somebody the Democrats hate and doesn't follow the advice of Obama holdover civil servants, then we can impeach him and throw him out of office. The whole thing infuriates me. And it has from the get-go. And this there's nothing new here. This is just a continuation of Trump-Russia collusion, which was a hoax and manufactured. And if you go out and you randomly pick 10 Americans off the street and say, how did Trump cheat in 2020? Nobody will know. They'll be able to repeat to you what they've heard in the media. Well, he colluded with the Russians. Yeah, well, what did you do? What happened? There isn't any Trump did not cheat. Anyway, that's what I mean. That takes me off the beaten path that I had intended. I want to talk about the TV ratings for this because this... something I've alluded to at the beginning of the program. The opening of the Trump impeachment trial, this is from Reuters, and they're sad. Reuters very disappointed to report this. About 11 million people watched the start of the Senate impeachment trial on Tuesday when lawmakers argued over witnesses and records. This is short of the 13.8 million across 10 broadcast and cable networks who tuned in last November for the first day of the House impeachment inquiry. Now, by the way, 13.8 million over 10 different networks, that is chump change. Why, that's barely over 1 million viewers per network. The Associated Press says the networks did not consider the Democrats to be ready for prime time. They pointed out the networks stuck with their regular programming. ABC, CBS, NBC bumped out. It was so boring and it was so tedious that they went back to regularly scheduled programming. Then Reuters is back with a report on the audience for the second day, which dropped 19%. So the first day, about 11 million minus 20%, 8.9 million TV viewers watched the impeachment trial on Wednesday. That's the first day the Democrats laid out their case. You know what the excuse is? The drive-by media is saying people are not watching because they know Trump's going to be acquitted. They know Trump is going to be acquitted? You telling me the drive-by media is excusing the fact that nobody's watching this, nobody comparatively, because they know Trump's going to be acquitted? How about it is they know Trump didn't do it? How about they know that this is a sham? How about they know that this is all fabricated and made up, like everything else since election night 2016 has been? Oh, by the way, I got a note from a very, very, very big, very wired Republican campaign official who said to me, it was in an email, hey, don't forget, we won New Jersey in 88. That would be Poppy Bush. We won New Jersey with Ronaldus Magnuson, a 49-state landslide. We won New Jersey, I think, one of his elections. But we won it in 1988. And the point is, hey, don't discount it. New Jersey going red. It has been done. Anyway, ratings show, this is New York Magazine, ratings show Americans don't care about impeachment trial enough to watch it. Oh, folks, the wind, the air has gone out of the sails. They were so excited. They were so happy. They were so anticipatory. This was going to be it. This where it's all going to come together. All of the efforts of the Democrats and the drive-by media, where they have going to focus all of their hatred for Donald Trump and all the criminal activity. Finally, it was going to be presented in a way that the average American would be able to understand it. The problem is the average American is not watching. And now the excuse is, well, I already know Trump's going to be acquitted. What network is it? Some of them are even saying, well, they know that John Bolton's not going to be called, and so there's no reason. They know that John Bolton's not going to be called. They don't know who John Bolton is. They don't even know who Adam Schiff is. Jeopardy viewers don't even know who Adam Schiff is. Jeopardy contestants. Do you know, my friends, that every time I have been the answer to a question on Jeopardy, somebody's known it. When Adam Schiff has been the answer to a question on Jeopardy, nobody has known it. Finally saw the A-B side-by-side comparison. Adam Schiff and Andy Kaufman. Now, here's a story, the Washington Post. You know, the Democrats, if you listened to any of this yesterday, they're all quoting Alexander Hamilton. Now, these people, this is so phony because these people, the modern-day Democrat Party, they have no reverence for the founding of this country. And, folks, I am not exaggerating this. And I don't say things here just hoping they get noticed or repeated in audio, video clips on I couldn't care less about that. their current existence